this beat is like so militaristic, some sort of march anthem. The Terraria Calamity fandom is once again gonna fill the comment section with high praises of DM Dokuro's compositions. And I agree. Let's listen to more. Servants of the Scourge, theme of the Sentinels of the Devourer. Ooh. Am I gonna be hearing callbacks or leitmotifs from the other Scourge themes? I wonder. I guess we'll see. I love this. I'm always such a huge nerd when it comes to a lyrical sounding melody. This melody right here, it's sounding very lyrical as if it was meant to be sung, but right now it's being played by some sort of synth oboe. But then surrounding it is this powerful rock metal style accompaniment, which is very energetic and somewhat chaotic, and I like that. It's always like this symbolism of a soaring beauty represented by that lyrical melody amidst all the surrounding chaos. Yeah, you were not all joking when you told me in the comments that I will be hearing the tubular bells more and more as I go along with the soundtrack. And yeah, good ear, everyone. There's a magnificent feeling of like I'm floating or flying, and it sounds very hopeful and also invigorating at the same time. Wow! That was beautiful. This ear-pounding synth bass, like buzzing in your ear. But at the same time, the music didn't lose that lyrical beauty of that melody. It's still in the background. Oh my God. Wow. These new sections, oh my God, I feel like there are like multiple phase bosses that transform and then a new theme comes in. Let me know. Wow, okay, that felt almost like an orchestral suite or like a classical suite with multiple genres or formats of music in between, or kind of like Bohemian Rhapsody, something like that, where there's like major changes in each section of music. This here's called Scourge of the Universe, Theme of Devourer of Gods. Ooh, that's such a epic title. Is it gonna be as epic? I expect it will be, because it's Calamity. Okay, wow! That first minute alone is such a journey. He started with this breakbeat jungle drums with some symphonic elements, and then boom, he moved on to an epic Baroque/Gothic sounding chiptune fugue, which actually kind of reminds me of one of the themes from Shovel Knight, but this time it's dressed around in symphonic house electro vibes. Wow! What a tasteful combination this is. Fun fact that that kind of accompaniment, melody, and left hand that does that is a type of dance/folk music which can be also found in some classical etudes called a Tarantella. The harmonic cadence of the last 10 seconds or so, it is evoking that same atmosphere or that same spirit as the main theme, Tale of the Cruel World. Somehow, the vibe of that chord progression is also present here, but it's in a very, very, very energetic bop. I just can't help but dance along to it. Angelic symphonic choir with a bass solo. Wow. And here we have the bells again with an even more prominent feature. Breakbeat! That entire section right there, electronic drums and Baroque fugue chiptune, like I said earlier, it's so breathtaking to listen to it. Damn, that was an entire adventure right there. A grand adventure of what it seems like a pixelated hero out on an adventure fighting epic battles. And it's like a montage, like a superhero montage or a hero's montage. You're seeing footages of the hero fighting one epic battle reach like a dramatic impasse, like an internal conflict when we go to those slower or more melancholic parts. But then he prevails, he triumphantly wins the battle, and the cycle continues. Something like that. I don't know. By the way, I heard you love video game music. I arrange and produce an album series called Video Game Music Box. These are music box arrangements of your favorite game soundtracks from Zelda to Mario. They're essentially lullabies for gamers. And I just dropped a new album, Terraria Calamity Volume 1, for your enjoyment. Links in the description. And here's one of those songs that I know a lot of you have been waiting for, Universal Collapse. Let's go. Okay, wow. That debate of an intro right there. It's almost like an Undertale Rug Pull. I know the similarities with Scourge of the Universe are very obvious, but this definitely, as the song title says, Final Form, definitely a fitting title because the harmonies, the melodies, it sounds even more full, richer even. Tubular Bells? Check. It is a Calamity song. That sounded almost like a choral hymn, like a final march to something, like a graduation march or a final march into battle. There's a sound of finality to it. Wow, he was really pushing the high octaves there. Okay, I'm not sure if this is a little obvious to non-musicians, but in the music world, especially with instrumentalists, there is this sort of tendency of instrumentalists that when they're trying to impress you or trying to impress you with their skills, they play as high as possible with their instruments. The more veteran musicians would usually try to build up their solo. They would start with the low notes or the mid notes. They start to speed up and they start to play higher notes faster, higher, faster, higher notes when they're about to show off their most extreme skills, like the fastest and the highest. They play it at the extreme highest note when they're about to show you, this is the finality, this is the end of my solo, this is the maximum that I can do, that I can show off to. This section where DM Dokuro is doing all those extremely high solos, it's like he's signifying, yeah, this is a major turning point, this is like the end of an era or something. Wow, it's like, boom, this is the epic moment, the final countdown or something like that. I really love DM Dokuro's ability to switch up the genre of the drums. One moment he does electronic style, EDM style of drums, and then the next moment he does prog metal drum style, especially when he does those multiple kick patterns. You can just imagine a live drummer just like stomping the kick pedal and just Wow, let's break it down. That is wonderful combination of synth waves, symphonic elements, and EDM style rhythm section. I think he holds back a bit on the power metal element that he uses in the other songs. But yeah, a rich, grandiose sound that has this feeling of the final chapter, a closing chapter, but not necessarily the ending of the book, just the ending of the chapter, something like that. So I listened to Universal Collapse and all the songs connected to that separately. But you also suggested that I also check out the Devourer of Gods non-stop mix, which is a interconnected suite of all the songs connected to Universal Collapse. And it's a whopping 14 minutes long. So let's check it out. What differences am I expecting to hear? I definitely am expecting additional sections that are not in the standalone versions, possibly seamless transitions to connect all the parts. Let's see. Here we go. There's that lovely melody. Yeah, this is my favorite part. Even in the standalone version, this is my favorite part in this segment. And the reason why, it's the beat itself, the march-like quality, the iconic bells, and the triumphant sounding chord progressions. It's definitely giving you this call to action, march into battle, let's go, 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 go. Wow, okay, this is definitely a new section that I haven't heard in the standalone versions. That non-stop barrage of kick drums, it's just pounding in your ear. It's really intense and is like pushing you to the edge. I would guess that this is definitely a boss battle music where there's multiple forms. So with that sudden change in music, sudden change in energy and tempo even, it can definitely signify a change of pace in the fight. .68 meter with fast drums is such a powerful, danceable, and highly active type of meter. It's one of my favorites, especially when I try to write fast-moving, energetic music. The descending emotional chords that's happening here is just really giving it even more of a raw emotional energy. That is totally the DM Dokuro cadence. Nice melody callback. It's this one, yeah! Before that, a sudden entrance of chorus, epic orchestral sounds. It made me feel the already epic battle even became bigger, wider. It's as if the sudden appearance of the chorus and the orchestra kind of signifies, in my mind at least, that a swarm or an armada of minions was suddenly unleashed to the player. I'm thinking something like the carriers in StarCraft, where you have this huge mothership unleashing like tiny fighters, something like that. That musical chord pattern right there, that broken chord, very reminiscent of traditional Baroque music. Usually we associate that kind of style as well with gothic, horror, dark, classical vibes, which you can hear in other video game soundtracks, most notably in Ultra Kill. Even more intense version of that you can check out in my other reaction videos. There's the Tarantella. Yeah, this beat is like so militaristic that you can't help like some sort of march anthem that's making me feel so nationalistic, even if Terraria is not a country, or is it? You tell me. Lovely jungle breakbeat drums. Okay, before we continue, oh my god. That was a nice, relaxing change of pace with those plucking acoustic classical style guitar, making it sound a little bit more personal and intimate, a sort of respite from the epic battles. And then we're back to the epic battle with this new section. Another formation change. Oh my god. I forgot to mention all those tubular bells. Tubular bell overload. This is like the most Terraria Calamity of all the Terraria Calamity soundtracks so far. If you want to make the music sound more relaxing, nothing is more relaxing than the harp. By default, any piece played on the harp immediately becomes a relaxing type of music. Wow, okay. I appreciate the beauty of this suite even more so on a second listen. And I really appreciate the transitional sections in between, and especially that Universal Collapses ending section. It sounds even more epic, so grand, and there's a reason for this. During the last segment, he was using the full range of the musical scales. He has these very extended range arpeggios, like running through up and down, and then that very dynamic melody. It sounds like it was almost improv, like a live on stage improv. And then he has this constant choir singing a really wide harmonic range from basses until sopranos. He like the full range, giving it like this really wide, spacious feeling, and all these are glued together by those energetic drums. Plus, you know, the iconic tubular bells. If you've seen a tubular bell in an orchestra, it's like really one of the larger instruments in the percussion family in the orchestra. And of course, you know, tubular bells sound very similar to church bells, and you know, those can be massive. So in my mind, at least, or in my experience as a composer, aside from adding like Christmassy vibes to a song, if done on a context outside of Christmas music, tubular bells work really well, especially in gothic symphonic metal where song breaks are accented by one loud tubular bell, thus immediately changing the vibe of the whole song. This is what I would call a really beautiful and massive symphonic electronic metal rock masterpiece. Yeah, it's all over the place in terms of genre and beats, but in a very good way, of course. And for more of my content, click here.